This call is being recorded.
Michael,
Hi.
what's up, bud?
How was your Magic game?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I won one game today.
Nice. What do you get for winning? You get some cards?
We get nothing for winning, just the pure satisfaction of knowing that you won.
Okay. Good enough?
I guess. What have you been up to today?
Today I worked. Then I came home and I watched some film.
Nice.
Yeah. You watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet?
I have not.
It's so here's my quick and dirty. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was done a disservice by premiering after WandaVision.
Okay.
The kind of story that they're trying to tell here, I feel like it was delayed. It was supposed to premiere before WandaVision. I feel like it just, I'm going to keep watching it, but I would be more into it if it had been the first one.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, WandaVision was good. WandaVision was real good.
WandaVision was very good.
It started out kind of slow, but ended up being real good.
It wasn't slow so much. It was fucking bizarre. You weren't sure about it.
True.
I have seen the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it probably tonight.
Okay. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of movie.
I've heard it's a lot of movie.
What I'll tell you, without spoiling any sort of anything, could have been shorter. It is very different. You know, like people are saying that it's some like new animal entirely. It is very different. It is not a completely different movie. It is more coherent. Okay. There's more story. Because like Whedon's version felt like you saw the theatrical version, right?
I don't even think I saw that.
Really? You're lucky.
I heard such like horrible reviews of it.
So
I didn't even bother.
I actually thought it was a pretty good time. Like, it was not a really bad movie. It was better than Batman versus Superman. It was fun. Zack Snyder's version is, like, bigger. There's just a lot more going on. I'm interested to hear what you think afterwards, because a lot of what I've been hearing is that, like, it was better for, like, big-time DC fans than it was for, like, your average viewer.
Okay. Well, yeah, you know I'm not a huge DC fan, so.
Yeah. But it was very good. I really loved it. Probably going to watch it again on Wednesday. We can get together with Fubar and discuss it.
And maybe we could play some game.
Yeah.
So, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking earlier today. I feel like I haven't watched any Star Wars recently, and that feels strange to me. Right? I haven't watched any Star Wars recently. We did the MCU. We did all the DC movies. We even watched all 3 Spider-Man. Like the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire ones.
I still have yet to see Far From Home.
Far From Home is so good. That kid, that Tom Holland kid.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is good. He's like a perfect Peter Parker. He really is.
He is. I tried this demo of a game earlier today. It's called Balin or Balin Wonderworld. It is Square Enix's first ever platformer.
Okay.
But I played a little bit of the demo. It's not a good game.
It's not a good game.
It is not a good game. The cinematics are absolutely gorgeous. But the in-game graphics look like mid to late PS2.
Huh.
Like old Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon.
That's like halfway upsetting and halfway cool.
It's like it's definitely not intentional. It's not on purpose.
Oh, well, if it was intentional,
with the quality
then it
of
was cool.
the cinematics, it is a demo. The game's still like a couple of months from release, so.
Yeah, so maybe you're just being hypercritical.
But it wasn't like it. Also, it just throws you into the game. It doesn't explain anything to you.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Every single button makes you jump. Like you can control your movement and the camera with the joysticks, and then every face button makes you jump. There's no attack or anything.
Why?
Two of the forward shoulder buttons, they make you jump. The front shoulder buttons, they don't do anything.
Huh.
Yeah. It was just like, it was a really annoying time.
Well, that
and
sounds
I bet
hideous.
it would have been a lot of fun like 15, 20 years ago.
I mean, probably.
Speaking of 20 years ago, are you aware that Halo turns 20 this year?
Stop it.
Yeah. Halo's 20th year. That TV show is going into production for HBO. I don't know if it's going to be HBO, like the network, or HBO Max. Executive producer Steven Spielberg. Did you watch any Orange is the New Black?
I mean, I did. When it was like new.
Okay, you remember the bald guy with the mustache?
No.
He's like he's in charge of the prison. He's real angry all the time.
Okay.
I can't think of his name right now. He's Master Chief.
No shit.
Yeah. You'll have to Google him, and you'll be like, what? Apparently, the dude's like jacked.
Well, I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Any new news on the Mass Effect front?
Nah. I feel like with the launch of Legendary Edition, they'll probably like make some more announcements, but until that comes out.
And when is that? That's supposed to come out in October, right?
August or October, just a sec. Let me Google. Mass Effect Legendary Edition release date. May 14th. Even
wow, we were way off.
That's close. That's close.
That is close. I better start wrapping up all the games that I've been playing.
Yeah, because it's going to be nothing but Mass Effect pretty soon.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be lost to anyone that wants to play games with me online.
Yeah, they got rid of any of the online for Mass Effect. I didn't know there was online play, but they got rid of that for the Legendary Edition. It's just the game.
I think it was online co-op.
Yeah. May 14th. I'll probably wait for it to go on sale.
I will not.
Yeah, no. Like, you're a big fan. I'm not, like, I'm interested, but I'm not, like, a fan. I'm not an anti.
I'm looking forward to it since I lost all my save data since I don't have my 360 anymore. Which is fine because, well, no, because two of my Shepherds I couldn't even play with anymore because I had maxed them all the way out.
Yeah.
The game, I would go to load the game in, and it would say, you need to choose a different character.
Yeah, there's nothing for you here.
No, you've done everything you need to do. Why don't you make another character, it used to say to me all the time.
So I had somewhere, like, roughly around 250 hours in Skyrim when my PS3 died. So I lost, like, everything. I played the entire game, all the DLC, everything, multiple characters. I lost every piece of save data when my PS3 died. I couldn't recover it.
That's horrible.
I have not finished Skyrim since the first time. I always get distracted and do other things.
What, in-game you mean?
Yeah. My newest playthrough,
makes sense.
My newest playthrough that I started, I turned off all the quest markers and just wandered off. That's the cool thing about, like, the kind of world that Bethesda builds is that, like, just wander off, you'll find something. It sounds like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield and Fallout 6. Whenever that happens, these games are all probably going to be Xbox exclusive. And now,
well, I mean, they rightfully should be, but.
Well, there you go. It's Microsoft bought Bethesda. Microsoft isn't even concentrating on, like, unit sales anymore. They are creating their brand as, like, the next step. So they've got Game Pass for Xbox.
Yeah.
Where you pay some flat monthly fee or yearly fee, and you just have access to this library of all their first-party games. And, like, Sony first-party stuff might get better reviews in general, but Xbox first-party stuff is plentiful. Like, there's so much of it. Sony's over here making, like, the art games. Xbox is making just shitloads of games.
Well, I mean, it's a content rule, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it might be shit content, but these guys are buying it, so.
But it's like you think about PlayStation IPs, and that's like Uncharted and that new Spider-Man game, and like a handful of other things, Last of Us. But those are PlayStation's like big first-party IPs, and then you've got like Halo, fucking the one I was just thinking of.
Mass Effect was an Xbox exclusive when it first came out.
Yeah. Gears of War.
I love Gears of War, dude.
They're doing a movie.
I know, and I'm super excited about it.
Pretty sure Dave Bautista, I don't know that it's been cast yet, but Dave Bautista really wants to play Marcus Phoenix.
Well, he should. Are you
Phoenix.
kidding me? I can't see anyone else being Marcus Phoenix. Like, there's no one.
Dave Bautista could be Bane.
Ooh.
In some upcoming Pattinson Batman sequel. That would be very good.
Yeah, it would.
It would be very important for him to know how to act, because I don't know if he does. I haven't seen anything besides Guardians of the Galaxy. I just know that he's this giant man. I
was going to say, I absolutely love him in Guardians, but he's done like a few other action movies, and he's very good.
Good.
I think he could pull it off, because he's done action movies where he's all serious and shit, and then he becomes Drax.
Yeah. Did you see Stuber?
With
him and
no.
Kumail Nanjiani?
I heard that was absolutely hilarious, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Kumail Nanjiani is in the MCU now. He's in the Eternals.
What is he playing now?
MCU now. He's one of the Eternals. I don't know enough about the team to be able to tell you, but he's one of the Eternals. The Eternals are like old gods.
Yeah. Well, I love his stand-up too.
He's so funny. Can't wait for a Brown to come to town.
He was on one of those, those when celebrities read mean tweets?
Yeah.
He was on one of that, and he said, the thing that he read said, Kumail Nanjiani's dick looks like it is multiple colors.
Mm-hmm.
It was something along those lines, and he went, well, yes, it is. Every shade of your mother's lipstick. And he came up with that on the fly, and I was like, cool, he's funny.
He's really funny. But now he's in the MCU. Christian Bale is in the MCU. He's the villain in the new Thor.
Huh.
Everyone Beta Ray Bill, but I don't actually know I'm not familiar with the character he's playing.
It seems that every major celebrity is going to be in the MCU at one point.
Eventually, yes. Robert Downey Jr. has been in meetings with Jon Favreau and the Star Wars people.
Oh?
So there was a rumor a while back, or just like fans saying it would be a good idea to have Robert Downey Jr. play Grand Admiral Thrawn. Have you gotten to him yet, or are you still watching stuff?
What?
Have you gotten to Thrawn in Clone Wars, or
I haven't even been watching Clone Wars, man.
Okay. Well, Thrawn.
Everyone keeps telling me. I mean, a lot of people dude. I want to sit down and watch it, but I don't want to hate it.
Right? That's the thing. That's the whole thing.
And I feel like everything that I've heard about it makes me immediately believe that I am going to hate it.
Yeah.
So, I leave the Clone Wars and stuff like that to people who did enjoy it, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And if I have questions about that piece of Star Wars, I can just ask somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I should, as a Star Wars fan, know all of it. I do feel like I should be responsible in the love that I have for Star Wars. I should watch it, so that my knowledge is complete.
Yeah. Did you hear that the Ewok Adventures are going up on Disney Plus?
I did not hear that, but that's going to be great.
And the Ewoks animated series from the 80s.
Yeah.
And the animated sequence from Star Wars Holiday Special that introduced Boba Fett. But not the entire Holiday Special, just that one clip.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just watched something really weird happen in my neighborhood.
People stealing shit?
No, people were like, I don't know if this kid like drove up the road, leaned out the window, and lost a hat or something, but they turned back around, went and got the hat, and now they're heading back up to the other end of the dead-end road that I live on.
Fucking scoundrels.
So it's fucking weird.
Drug.
They're up to no good, I tells ya.
They're off to do crime.
Goddamn kids. As long as they stay off my lawn.
Oh, that was all me.
What'd you do?
Just knock some stuff off the table.
Nice job.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We started watching Friends from the beginning again, like actually watching it, not just putting it on in the background.
What's that? That's on HBO, right?
HBO Max, my friend. I gave you that
well, now
there's so much.
I was just gonna
HBO
say
Max, I use more than any other streaming platform.
Well, I'm hoping because like I'm
actually worth the money.
I was just gonna say everything else is so stale. I'm watching this thing on Netflix that's bomb. All right, it's about pirates. Obviously, I have a hard on for pirates in general, but it's like it's like a docudrama or you know those docu-series where they like cut away, they tell you facts, and they're back into the story. Like they have historians talking to you, and they're like filling in some blanks, and then it comes back to like,
Okay. Yes.
And so like I'm watching that's all about the Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's wicked good. It's wicked good, but. I think docudrama is the appropriate word. What else did I watch on Netflix? They have a lot of good documentary series in general. Here they come again. These fucking kids. Now there's two trucks. What the fuck is going on? You know what? No, it was the same truck that I said. No, I'm not gonna fucking waste myself like that. I'm not my dad.
What are these kids up to?
But no, they did this thing about the. Oh, there they go again. The Mormon document guy that ended up trying to blow up a couple of his buddies.
I watched the first episode of that. It was like boring. The first episode. Does it heat up?
Shit was fire, Michael.
Okay. I will continue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked it from the very first episode. So, they have like this samurai thing on Netflix right now. Absolute gold.
What is it?
I enjoyed that thoroughly. It's about it's about the samurai.
Okay.
It's about the samurai that united Japan under like one banner and allowed Japan to be to become the country that it is now.
Okay.
Like they ended feudal Japan per se and united everything under one supreme ruler.
Okay. Sweet. You've been watching Friends. You watched all the DC.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna download the app and put it on my Xbox tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to explore this app now, thanks to you.
It's everything that every HBO original anything is on there. And it's all of Warner Brothers, which is one of the most legendary fucking movie studios ever. Everything.
And and we get Kong versus God. Oh, they have all the Godzilla movies too, and they probably have Kong because I haven't seen that yet either.
I don't know about all the Godzilla movies. They definitely have like the
new ones, the ones
most
with
recent. And they
I know. I
saw that while I was going through.
All right. Well, now I know exactly what I'm doing tonight. I am watching Kong because I want to see that movie. Because that came out first, and then it was Godzilla, and then Godzilla 2, and now they're finally going to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to watch that.
Everybody's very excited. I got to watch those. I saw the first Godzilla movie. I haven't seen King of Monsters. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
The sequel. And I haven't seen Kong.
Dude. I'm going to tell you right now. I am going to tell you right now that King of Monsters, probably one of behind, like just behind in the terms of new movies, just behind Episode 7 for me.
Oh wow! Okay.
Is just
really
behind it. It
Godzilla
was
when I was a kid. When I was young, I
was
loved Godzilla.
Probably the best monster movie I've ever seen.
Nice. I'll
and I've seen a lot of them.
You know what else is on HBO Max that I keep meaning to watch? I keep meaning to watch and never got around to. The new Blade Runner,
what?
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, I watched the original Blade Runner way back, and I still have yet to.
Worst habit in the world.
I'm trying. Okay.
I watch Blade Runner every few years. What?
I guess nothing. Some old man just walked by the house and yelled at me for smoking.
For smoking what?
Smoking tobacco cigarette. No, a regular cigarette.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, oh, it's the worst habit in the world because, like, we made eye contact while he was walking by. And I was like, okay, cool. Why did you feel the need to even open your goddamn mouth?
I had this guy come into work the other day, yesterday, and he stopped me while I was on my way to the front of the store. He stopped me over by the 12-pack, and he points in the general direction of the Guinness. And he goes, is this the regular Guinness? And I go, yeah. And I tapped on, like, Guinness Draft is what it's called. That's regular Guinness. And I tapped on the 12-pack and go, yeah, that's it right there. And he goes, no, it's not. And he points at the shelf above it, which is the Guinness Extra Stout. And he goes, that's it. And I wanted to, like, it's like, why the fuck did you ask me? What was you just wanted to tell me that I was wrong? People are ridiculous. The world is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, well. But no, I'm watching monster movies tonight, apparently. That's cool.
Okay, do it. Do it up. I don't know how many of the old Godzilla movies they have, but they do have TCM on there. No, TMC, the movie channel. They do all, like, the old classic movies. They've got them on there. So
yeah.
There's bound to be a few. And some of those old samurai movies, I wonder if they have any Kurosawa. I love Kurosawa.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I gotta check it out. Hulu used to because they had the Criterion, and most of his movies are in the Criterion Collection. But now there's a Criterion Collection streaming service. So.
Well, I mean, there's going to be streaming services for everything now that everyone's seen the wild popularity of Netflix.
Like Netflix.
Remember when you used to get Netflix in the mail?
I never did, but I do remember the time. Netflix used to come in the mail.
And like
on the phone, through the phone.
I know there's another comedian that talks about how he talks to kids and say, "Hey, I remember when Netflix came in the mail." And I know that there's already material on this out there, but like it is fucking mind-boggling. I said that to someone, I want to say a month ago. It had to have been one of my younger nephews, and I said, "Dude, I remember when Netflix used to come in the mail." I did say it.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and said, "No, it didn't." All right, man.
You're like 5 years old.
Let me tell you. Yeah, let me tell you of a time when Netflix came in the mail. When dinosaurs as big as houses roamed the world. One of my customers is an ancient man, and he should retire. But every time I see him, I'm like, "Why are you still doing this?" He's like, "Because I fucking love it." And he started telling Justin a story. Justin's the kid I work with. He starts telling him a story about these old paper boxes, and I looked at him and I said, "Are you? That was right after you knocked the Brontosaurus out, so you could actually lay the road, right?" He just looks at me and goes, "Fuck you." I was like, "Yeah, well, you're old." I was like, "Yeah, well, get out of my store."
Sorry, I was just writing down a potential title for the episode. I didn't want to forget it.
I don't want to know what it is until after.
I'm not going to tell you.
I mean, that's, to be honest with you, Michael, probably my favorite part of the after work that we do is when you text me and say blank or blank.
Yeah.
And they're always perfect. I remember there were a couple of times when I said to you that I could not choose. They were both too good.
Yeah.
And I still have, I know that I still have all of those original text messages.
Mm-hmm.
From this whole real season that we put the real work into when we really started doing it. I still have all those messages. That'll be part of the anthology when we're super famous and everyone knows who we are.
I'm gonna try and figure out a T-shirt.
I mean, I feel like if we advertise it just a little bit, people are gonna find it, and then like suddenly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be silly, but still, whatever.
Yeah.
Just imagine waking up one day and not having to go to work.
Imagine going out and seeing someone in a Keeping Up with the Fatness T-shirt. That man has questionable moral principles. Probably not fit for average society.
We'll take them. No, but like, come with us, young man. Fucking fuck. We're on a tangent.
Yeah, I don't know how we got here.
I don't either. Probably because we both just daydream every once in a while in the middle of our episodes. Yeah. I think it does happen at least once every other episode we talk about being famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if, bro? Yeah, I could imagine if, bro.
The McElroy brothers are worth $5 million each net worth.
I mean, I'm down with that.
Arguably the most famous podcasters who weren't already famous when they became podcasters. $5 million? I'd be satisfied with a net worth of $1 million.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Just a small loan of $1 million.
Oh my God. Just some quick life-changing money.
Yeah.
No big deal. No big deal at all.
So it was Zelda's 35th anniversary this year, and so they're releasing a port of an old game, and that appears to be it for Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Wow.
Right? Kind of a snub. It's Metroid's 35th this year too.
We won't see shit from Metroid, dude.
Metroid 4 is in production, but so they had this team working on Metroid 4, Metroid Prime 4. And that's a game I'm itching to play. I fucking love Metroid Prime specifically. I didn't like the old games. But this game was in full production. And then Shigeru Miyamoto-san, he went in and he looked at their progress and he shut it the fuck down. And he canceled the whole game and handed it over to a new developer and started over from scratch. So it's in production, but who the hell knows when we'll see it. Miyamoto, he's a man of principle. His saying is, a delayed game will eventually be good, but a rushed game will always be bad.
What a hero.
He was honored by the Japanese government for his work in his creative work.
No shit.
He's a person of note. Shigeru Miyamoto. He's the Stan Lee of Japan.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Some anime fan is going to get in the comments and fucking bitch at me.
That's okay. We'll take the weebs too. Bring it.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Well, yeah, we'll have... Someone's going to be like, meh, and we're going to be like, okay, sorry.
Well, actually... I guess Hayao Miyazaki is probably pretty close to the fans. He's actually more the Walt Disney of Japan, I'd say. I've never seen any of his movies.
I saw a few minutes of one time.
That Howl's
Didn't he make Totoro?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that. I loved that shit.
Okay. Also, Princess Mononoke, I think is him. From way
yeah.
back.
I saw a few. That was the one that I saw a few minutes of.
Do you know who has all of Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki's film catalog? Do you know who has that?
I mean, I could. Jeez. I mean, I was going to say I could venture a guess, but I was thinking, in our friends group who had it all, and I was like, I could come up with answers, but I'm sure someone's going to get mad at me.
Yeah. Oh, you should check out Tubi, too. Tubi is a free streaming app. I think it should be on Xbox. I have it on my PlayStation. It's just a bunch of free shit. Third Rock from the Sun is on there, bro. And Alf.
Huh. Okay. Those are all random things. All right.
there's a lot of really like just a ridiculous random assortment of old TV shows and newer TV shows and shitty movies. They've got Akira, which I've never seen, but I always wanted to.
What is it?
Akira?
Oh, great movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I watched
like
the first
of the manga.
I watched like the first half hour of that movie waiting for an acid trip, and then I don't remember the rest of it.
Okay, probably a bad matchup.
I mean, it was. Once the acid started kicking in, we started just listening to good music, and that was the end of that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure the movie was still on, but no one gave a shit. I remember it being, like, hyper-violent.
It is, yes. Terribly, terribly violent.
But that's okay, because it's cartoons, not real people.
Yeah. It's way more violent than it could be with real people. So there's did I tell you already about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge?
No, you did not.
So you're gonna have to go look up the trailer for this game, because it is a 16-bit side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's a direct sequel to Turtles in Time.
Wasn't Turtles in Time like impossible to beat?
Turtles in Time? I don't know. I never beat it, but I always sucked at that kind of game.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it wasn't fun to play, but it's done in that old like our Ninja Turtles art style. It's got the original theme song.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks really good. Shredder's Revenge. Coming to all major platforms. It's the team that made the Scott Pilgrim game.
I didn't play that either.
That's supposed to be a really good game. I didn't get a chance. It hasn't been available for a long time. But I think it might be on Xbox now. And I think it's just released on Switch. It's just like, it's beat 'em up. It's just like a side-scrolling beat 'em up with the story of Scott Pilgrim, which is like it was supposed to be, like that kind of video game that they were making a movie out of.
Well, all right then.
I'm pretty sure Street Fighter has a significant anniversary this year. Street Fighter 2 specifically, I think it's 30 years old this year.
Jesus Christ. Stop telling me how old things are.
Things are so old. Street Fighter as a franchise is older than us.
Yes, that I know. The first Street Fighter came out in like 1985 or something like that.
Yeah. Me and Zelda are the
same age, though. Was that on Nintendo?
Street Fighter, I think so. It was like, it got big in the arcades.
Well, yeah.
And I think Sega Genesis was like people's preferred like platform for it, but I'm almost certain it came out on Nintendo.
When did the Genesis come out? I thought that came out after Nintendo.
So
like the original Nintendo
after the Super Nintendo. The Sega had the Master System.
Oh, okay. And I do remember, like, that's what was in most of the arcade cabinets when you were playing them anyway.
Yeah. So that's like, what was I about to say? I forgot entirely. the Master System wasn't like a huge hit here in America, but the Genesis was because it looked really cool, and they made fun of Nintendo in their ads.
And that had Mortal
Kombat was way better. It was.
I was just gonna say that had Mortal Kombat.
It was like heavily edited on Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, there weren't fatalities and shit like that. The new movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like
I squeaked out loud when I saw that.
It looks like
it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
What do you expect? What do you? Yeah. I'm gonna be very serious with you. What did you expect? I mean,
yeah.
The first Mortal Kombat movie was phenomenal in the fact that it was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Your soul is mine.
Can you? So I don't know how to say this. Do you remember a live-action Mortal Kombat TV series?
I remember a YouTube series.
That I remember that too, but I swear there was a live-action Mortal Kombat TV series.
I don't
I'm on IMDb.
believe so.
But like nobody ever talks about it, so I'm like, what?
I'm telling you, I don't think there was.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation was the second movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the other Mortal Kombat movies. I liked them, but they, like, as per usual, weren't as good as the original.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was... Wait, Mortal Kombat Conquest, 1998. 1998 to 1999, there was a one-season shitty Mortal Kombat live-action TV series. Nice. I'm just glad that's real.
Huh.
Mortal Kombat Conquest. Saw two pictures, two little thumbnails on the like IMDb page, and it looked like shit. Like,
again, what can you really expect?
Yeah, so here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Mortal Kombat is a really like awesome action movie with like a pretty cheesy story, but everybody takes it seriously. Does that make sense?
Like a Van Damme or a Seagal movie?
Yeah, but like on purpose.
Okay. Yes.
Van Damme and Seagal just don't know him better. It's like when Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig made that movie for Lifetime. Did you ever see that one?
What?
Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig made a movie for Lifetime. It was like the typical Lifetime movie, but it was Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
okay.
Lifetime also did a short movie starring Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders.
I heard about that.
Yeah. They did it for Valentine's Day. Haven't seen it. Probably watch it for free somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
But I really love to smoke a few tobacco cigarettes, sit down and watch a really shitty Lifetime movie. Me and the missus do that from time to time.
If you watch the Colonel Sanders movie, you are hereby required to give me a synopsis of the film.
I will. I'm sure it's very simple. I think it's like 15 minutes long.
Fucking horrible.
Horrible. Apart from Mass Effect,
What are
are
you
there any
doing?
fun? Are there any cool upcoming things you're looking forward to?
No.
No.
No, I don't. I rely on you for like a lot of my information.
Okay. I'm really excited to. So the next big patch for Cyberpunk is supposed to be out by the end of the month.
Okay.
So I beat the game once, and I decided to wait for a second playthrough until it was kind of fixed a little.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be a huge, a lot of performance issues are supposed to get ironed out, and frame rates and buggy AI and shit.
Nice.
So in the game as is, if you commit a crime, a cop appears. Just spawns in behind you.
Okay.
Because that's not even a bug. They just didn't think to program anything but that. So you commit a crime and you the cops are immediately on you and you gotta get away. So now they're gonna make it so they spawn down the road instead.
Okay.
It's just how do you let that happen? How do you let something so basic and so well documented as a police response to crime in a video game? How do you screw that up?
I mean, I'm sure someone just made a mistake, Michael. We're all human.
Somebody at Rockstar Games was playing Cyberpunk and was like, "Come on, God." Started crying.
I don't know if it was that extreme, but I could picture it.
Yeah.
Guys, God damn it.
I've been dipping back into Dragon Quest XI. It's a very pretty game.
Okay.
It's like a real a nice old school JRPG.
Nice.
Beautiful graphics. It's 100 hours long, and I'm 15 hours in. So it's a lot of games.
Well, I mean, the problem that I'm having with a lot of new games is how short they are.
So it depends on the experience for me. If it's something that I'm gonna want to replay again and again, I'm okay with a shorter story. But if it's a game I'm gonna play the once, I want it to be very long. So you got to think about how replayable your game's gonna be.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
25 hours long. I'd say 25 hours is a good length for a good game.
For a game that engages you, that that's coming in installments, yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Mass Effect for me, but you can get. I think I got an average of 50 or 60 hours out of those games with all the side quests.
So my first playthrough of Cyberpunk, so the main story is only about 25 hours.
Yeah.
So that's a quick story for a game that big. But with I didn't even touch 50% of the side quests and shit. And I got up to 50 hours on my first playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, Mass Effect. That's just one of those things. In between your main quests, you do all the side missions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how beautiful this Mass Effect game looks, because the pictures that I've seen are incredible.
It looks so good. It looks so good. It's nothing like revolutionary, but compared to like what it was.
Yeah.
And it looked good back then. Like when it came out, those games looked good. Especially on Xbox.
Yeah, they did. Oh no, I totally agree with you. I mean, beautiful games, but like you've seen the pictures of like the Citadel and how much more detailed the Normandy is. I mean, it's perfect. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a true work of art, and I can't wait to play it and relive all of those experiences in astonishing HD.
Yeah. I got
and then
DC Universe Online downloading on my Switch right now. Gotta play some DCUO.
What is it?
DC Universe Online? It's like a DC Universe MMO.
Oh, okay.
Where you make your own like superhero. And fly around Gotham and shit.
One of my favorite questions got asked today when we were playing Magic.
Yeah.
If you could have a superhero, or if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, well, I mean, me and Michael have delved into this more times than we care to count, and every single time we do, we get deeper and deeper. And so my very first question in response was, well, hold on a minute, is the Force a superpower? And he goes, yes. And I said, well, obviously the Force.
Yeah. 100%.
But, and I said, and then the kid across from me goes, well, all right, fine, take the Force out of it because that's more of a universal thing. I'm like, yeah, no, fair, but the Force manifests itself in different ways with different users and so on and so forth, but whatever, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have the ultimate obviously the Force is the ultimate superpower. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it, as long as you can focus on it.
Yeah.
So, someone said to me, or the kid across from me goes, all right, fine, bar the Force, what would it be? I was like, Magneto, every single day of the week.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think, honestly, I would want to be able to jump real high. Not even fly. It's a simple wish. I just want to jump real high.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that'd be a good time.
Do you think you'd be able to land safely?
That's the thing. Like, with one superpower, does that, like, if it requires another, does it have that automatically? How do superpowers even work?
I mean, like, if you're generating enough force to propel yourself upwards to such great heights, one would assume that you would also have the shock absorbent capability of landing safely.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you would have to land on your feet, though.
It's like, to be capable of jumping extraordinarily high, you would have to have, like, superpowered legs, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which means you can land. Yeah, no. Jump real high. That's my choice.
I don't know, man. I think I would want, like I said, I'd want to be Magneto because you can fly, you could, you can massacre people. I mean, like, it's real. You've got, like, I mean, that's true supervillainry, for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if I would be a supervillain, but I don't think that I would do necessarily everything for good.
Yeah.
I mean, one day I could, catch a falling car off a bridge. Next, I'm just picking them up out of my way out of traffic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Nothing nefarious, just kind of douchey.
Yeah, just like picking them up and moving them to the side of the road. Like,
yeah.
Like, no, I gotta be somewhere. I'm just gonna pick you all up so I can drive under you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even then, why would I bother? Why wouldn't I just get into my own car, pick it up, and then fly it wherever I had to go? Then why would I even have a car if I could fly? Like, we're getting further and further into this now.
Yeah, you just float to work on a piece of metal.
Would you fly to work in inclement weather, or would you take your car?
Oh, it depends on the kind of inclement weather. Thunderstorms, not a fucking chance, sir. I would hop to work in all weather, though.
I would hop to work in all weather. Do you think Superman was ever struck by lightning?
I'm sure. Must have been. Spent so much time up in them clouds.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel about it too.
How long have we been going? 1 hour, 1 minute.
An hour and 1 minute. Solid effort.
One more thing. Let me think if I got one more thing. I don't think I got one more thing. Oh, I was thinking when you were talking about docudramas, there's one about John Doe where they have like the documentary part and then like a professionally like produced like film as the reenactment. And it stars Alec Baldwin is John DeLorean. Yeah. I haven't seen it. BJ says it's really good. That was my last one.
Well, I mean, Will is an authority on all things car, so...
Yeah. If he says it's good, it's good.
You know what movie was really good? I saw the Ford versus Ferrari movie. That was wicked good.
That looked really good.
I strongly recommend it.
Cool. 10-4, good buddy.
But yeah, I think that's a solid episode.
That was a really good episode.
We covered a lot of bases on this one.
This is the portion of the show where we pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We can do it. Yeah, Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right, man.
Done it again.
Another smashing success.
All right, brother.
Someday they will say that about us. I tell you now.
Absolutely. Smashing success.
Smashing. All right, man. I'll talk to you.
All right. I love you, sir.
Love you too, brother. Later.
Bye.